What's up, people? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about pretty much just transitions. Now, before we do jump in, for anybody put off by the Premiere Pro bit in the title, this is an overall transitions tutorial. I'm simply using Premiere Pro just as the editor, pretty much just because it's nice, easy, loads up quick, everything like that. This method for the transitions can be applied to any video editor. You know, it's using basic skills and basic kind of effects, if you will, inside of a program that are pretty much in every other video editor as well. So you can apply the stuff you might learn in this video to another video editor. It doesn't have to be in Premiere Pro. Just wanted to get that out of the way so everybody watching this isn't put off if you're not using Premiere Pro. But in terms of transitions, there's a lot of different stuff you can do. Loads of people like to just go with the transition packs. They're dope, definitely. Lots of different people have really nice transition packs. There's loads of stuff on like Video Hive, various different places like that where you can actually purchase pre-made transitions, which are very, very cool. You know, I mean, they'll run you like, some of the packs can come in at like $1, other packs come in at like $20. Definitely gonna save you some time, so that's a cool idea there. However, this video is not really exploring that. That would be just like a download link. So go find that if you want a little bit of an easier time with the transitions. However, these transitions I'm gonna be talking about today, everyone can do. They're super easy. Just follow along the tutorial. And overall, the main one I'm gonna be focusing on is just how to make your videos kind of seamless, really nice, and flow from scene to scene. And this is really gonna be using masking. That's kind of the main tutorial that we're gonna be focusing on today, is pretty much going past an object and masking it so that when you go past that object, you come out into not the other side of that clip, but an entirely different clip. Very, very cool. This does make your whole edit flow much better, and it's just a very nice way of blending your scenes together without it just chopping from one clip to another. However, I also wanted to mention this before we jump into the actual bigger part of the tutorial, right? And just show you some super easy transitions you can do if you're just looking for simple ones to use in your YouTube videos or whatever. Very simple. You guys have probably heard of or seen YouTubers do these fair few ones here. I'm definitely not breaking any new effect here at all. Everybody uses these transitions here, and they're so easy to pull off. You've got stuff like the same color transition. So for example, you know what I mean? I'm wearing black, my chair is black. I have loads of different stuff that's the same color. I can use that color to actually go into it, and obviously the lens will all be the same color, and then I'll come out of another object or another t-shirt or whatever's the same color as whatever I went into, and it will look like it just switched, you know what I mean? It looks very cool. Also, you can replicate this by doing stuff like a motion to the side or whatever, where you jerk to the side, and obviously the frame is going to be blurry, so you can easily come in when you jump to the side on another clip, and it will look like you literally just kind of swung into that. Likewise, you can do like a downwards kind of thing where you almost like drop the camera and just kind of pick it up as well. Again, the frame will be kind of blurry, so you have a lot to work with there, where you can just pick a blurry frame, go to the next thing you want to transition into, pick a blurry frame, and it just comes back up and definitely looks cool. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the one where a YouTuber goes with their hand over the camera. That's the same as the color kind of one, where you just basically make the frame entirely one color and come out of another color. Definitely worth mentioning those, because I'm sure there's someone who's literally just looking at this video right now for a YouTube tutorial for their YouTube videos or whatever, and they just want some cool transitions that they can apply like that. But without further ado, now I've showed you those and gotten those out of the way, which are the extremely simple ones. Let's jump into how to really make your projects flow using the masking. All right, guys, so now I've actually loaded up Premiere Pro. This right here is, of course, the effect that we're gonna be creating. So something, of course, has to block the entire frame, right? And then when we actually go past whatever's blocking the entire frame, we nice and seamlessly come out into the other clip. So for here, it is me just in my office, and I go past my chair and I come out and I'm in the club. And people are going crazy with the balloons, and this was months ago when I filmed this. So it's actually pretty cool to see this footage because it looks like new footage, because I've forgotten all about it. That's how bad my memory is. All right. Without further ado, let's actually jump into how we would actually go about recreating this specific clip right here so that it does come out into a new place. First off, what we want to do is get our clip where, of course, we are going to be coming out of. So we want to trim down this clip to actually be at the right position. So we want it to start over here, just like we did on the example, right? Boom, start over here, and we essentially want it to come past here and then come out into the club when it goes past the chair, right? So it does fill the entire frame, which of course you need. And by all means, feel free to do this effect on something much more creative than just your office desk, but this is gonna be my attempt at it, okay? So, first off, what you're gonna wanna do is line up the position, the first exact frame, right? The first frame where the other side of where you kind of want your new clip to be appears, right? So if we go back, this seems to be the first frame where anything is appearing on the other side. And you're gonna wanna go ahead and make sure you've got a little bit of room to work with, right? And on the first bit, the first frame where it shows the other side, you want to actually cut your clip right there, and just so that's sectioned off as a new clip. Then go over to your opacity, right? Or whatever program you're using, and actually take the free draw tool, the free draw Bezier, and you just want to sketch out that little bit right there and join it up. Okay, now you know, at first what that's going to do is just section off that bit right there, but you obviously don't want to just keep this little section down here. You want to click invert so that this is the section that is still on the screen, and that right there is kind of alpha, right? There's nothing behind it, so we can of course put something behind it. Then go ahead and mask all of these guys, and I would suggest, just to make it look a little smoother, you go ahead and make like a 100 feather, okay? So now if we click off, we do need to readjust that because the feather has now made it, oh, hold on, redo that. Feather has made it, so we need to drag it a little bit closer. Good, if we click off, the first frame has been correct. We've done it right. Then we want to proceed to track selected mask forward one frame. Boom. And pretty much you want to keep hitting that and keep working your way down, right? So boom, make sure everything's all good there. You want to pull it out, make sure you're lining it up really well so that none of the actual same clip is visible below it, right? And it's just this black mask that we're creating. And the track, right? When you track it, it does an all right job of putting it in the correct place and following along, but not a great job. You see, some of the frames it does it for you, some of them it really doesn't. So you have to keep manually adjusting this, bringing it over, making sure you're making sure to cover whatever's visible underneath the actual object that you're trying to make, kind of make it go to the next frame, okay? Or make it go to the next clip. So as I work my way through, I'm sure you're understanding what's going on now. And it is a little bit tedious just to actually put these kind of 15 keyframes or 10 keyframes or whatever it is, but once you've done it and actually been precise with it, it will look very good. So you want to just make sure, see that right there, I think I might not have done that enough. I want to just make sure that it's fully covering everything. Keep on dragging it over and over, and this right here is, I believe we can get away with making that the last frame. Oh, boom, and boom. So now, if we get our clip and put it there, in theory, we should have done this correct, but it was just a freestyle real quick, so let's go ahead and render the in and out and see what we're dealing with. And also, I need to cancel that quick and just go ahead and fit the screen, then do it. Render in and out. Let's see what actually comes of this now. Okay, so definitely cool. Boom. What we do is we are walking over to the desk. Boom. Comes past the chair, and it actually comes out in the club. Cool. Definitely a very cool clip. And now I'm sure you guys understand this very simple way you can create a more seamless shot, make things flow a little bit better. Personally, I couldn't find any clips that I actually got on site that fully went past anything, right? So I was only able to create this today with pretty much this clip that I shot in my office literally a couple seconds ago, and then put a clip there as well. It would definitely work much cooler if it's two clips that actually belong in the same edit, So today I kind of just forged this, but I'm sure if you guys find a couple clips, or even better, shoot your clips with this effect in mind, you'll get a much nicer result. Thank you guys for watching another video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and leave me a comment down below if this actually helped you out, gave you a couple ideas, and maybe even drop a link if you guys have used this sort of strategy on another edit of your own. But thank you guys for watching the video. I've been Jack. Have a nice day and goodbye. Bye.